a navvy bowl that's tramped the country round, sir, to get a job of work where any can be found, sir. I left me native home, me friends and me relations, to ramble up and down and work in various stations. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. I left me native home on the first day of September, that memorable day. It's well I do remember. I bundled up me kit, Sunday smock and cap put on, sir, and wherever I do go, folk call me Happy Jack, sir. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. I've got a job of work in the lovely town of Bury, and working on the line is a thing that makes me merry. I can use me pick and spade, likewise me old wheelbarrow. I can court the ladies too, but I don't intend to marry. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. I worked a fortnight there, and then it come to payday, and when I got me wages I thought I'd have a play day, and then a little spree in High Street went quite handy, and I sat me down in Jenkinson's beside a Fanny Brandy. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. I called for a pint of beer and bid the wench to drink, sir, but while she was a-drinking she too at me did wink, sir. Well then we had some talk, in the back we had a rally, and jump o'er the brush and steel and agreed that we'd live tally. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. They call for liquors freely, the jug went round and round, sir, that be me wedding day. I spent full many a crown, sir, and when me brass was done, old Fanny went to cadging, and to finish up me spree, I went and sloped me lodgings. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line. Now I'm going to leave the lovely town of Bury. I'm sorry for to leave you chaps, but I've always found you merry. So call for liquor freely and drink away me dandy. Here's a health to Happy Jack, likewise to Fanny Brandy. I'm a navvy, don't you see? I'm a navvy in me prime. I'm a nipper, I'm a tipper, and I'm working on the line.
On Monday morning we make it a rule for every man to choose his own tool. But he that comes first may choose of the best, and he who comes last may take all the rest. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. On Tuesday morning then we go to work. We strip off our jackets and tighten our shirts. We strip off our jackets and let them out free. We drive our poles by 1, 2 or 3. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. It's when that we come to the bottom run, we fill up our barrows right up to our chin. We fill up our barrows and pile them up high, and if you don't wheel it, another will try. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. It's when that we come to the main bank wheel, we lower our hands and hold fast on our heel. For if the plank does bend or go, our ganger on top cry, look out below! For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. Oh, when we are struck by heavy frost or snow, we'll blow up our mess and off we will go. We'll call our timekeeper without an tramp. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. Oh, when the day does begin for to rain, we'll take up our barrows and all gang in. It's into a whiskey shop we will go, we don't give a damn whether we work or no. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. We'll tell our gaffer without any damp, we'll not pay his Tommy before we go tramp. We'll tell our landlady before we do go that it's not our rule to pay what we owe. For that's the rule of the bold navigators, for we are jovial banksmen all. In 1841, the corduroy breeches I put on, the corduroy breeches I put on, to work upon the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1842, from Hartlepool I moved the crew, found myself a job to do, working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1843 I broke me shovel across me knee, went to work for the company on the Leeds and Selby Railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging hitches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1844 landed on the Liverpool shore, belly was empty, me hands were sore with the working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging hitches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1845 when Daniel O'Connelly was alive, Daniel O'Connelly was alive and working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging hitches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1846 changed me trade from carrying bricks, changed me trade from carrying bricks to work upon the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway. In 1847 poor Paddy was thinking of going to heaven, Paddy was thinking of going to heaven to work upon the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, dodging hitches, pulling switches. I was working on the railway.
Well, many droll sights I have seen in me time, in many is the shipjack and many a climb. But old Shields metamorphosed as she's been today. Why, me old wig from Broomjack, you say, is torn grey. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. Why, when I was a lad, an old mother, you know, as women will do, Jack a garden would go. Oh, we talked on to month and then walked up to town. And the Jem Johnson's where he couldn't void us all down. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. When our skipper to Custom House hurried, you see, outside of a horse like John Gilpin got he, and when weary of spurring and applying the thong, took a tow of a coal cart to help him along. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. Then coaches and steamboats and gigs come in play, and the hacks and the wherries were all done away. But the sandbanks by water and high banks by land brought a steamboat
boats upstanding, and gigs to a stand. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. Howsomever you see, Jack, some captains they tell, sticking fast on a sandbank, as often befell, reeled so hard at the river, as I have heard and say, that they got up a railroad, 'twas open today. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. And like a ship's ways, Jack, it stretches among the hills and the valleys all Tynedale along, and the ships lay in line with a thing at their bow, like a fiend from the pit, Jack, that took 'em in tow. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. For it snorted and roared, and it struggled and screamed, like the horrible shapes that mayhap we have dreamed. Then another wild scream, Jack, another deep groan, and like underground thunder, the phantoms were gone. Daddy down, 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 daddy down. Well, they say it's all science, say it's all bam, for it either is witchcraft or else it's a sham, to rush like a thundercloud up to the town. I'm afeard it'll end, and they're all rushing down. Daddy down, 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 daddy down.
Last New Year's Day, our Nanu said, "Why, John, we've been here 3 year wed, and sin the day to church I were led down here with chapter Drake one. One this day I will not stay, I'll have me place, oh I mun say. Let's seek railway this very day, so bless thee don't fret, mon." I took and sowed me token pig for ready brass to Billy Brig, and loose me jacket just to rig me selling dice and fettle. Our Nan booked up it best who could, and off we pegged through all in wood. O'er Newton Heath past Robin Hood, and stopped at Crown and Kettle. We seed such lots of jerry shops, but we'd no stay to drink their slops. And away we went and made t' steps, and just in time we nicked 'em. For helter-skelter sich a crew were coming in from Liverpool. I'm sure they couldn't faster go if Julie L had kicked 'em. I shouted out and I whirled me hat, and whiz they come at such a bat. I run so hard and I puffed and swat, but I couldn't keep up with wagons. When th' engine stopped and set 'em down, I wondered where they all were bound. They rode in caravans at town, I think to get their bargains. They come, I'm sure, at Leeds, I guess, 200 mile it's or less. Now Ben thou laughs and winks at Bess, because thou thinks I'm lying. Thou said balloons from Salford go, thou said Fort Run down Tinker's Brew. But it bangs 'em all and races too, begod it's next to flying. We say that coach what Wellington and all great folk on day come on. they'll show it thee, or on him on, and tell thee all the axes. Our Nan said it had served him right to drag him on through dray and wait, and ridden him on both day and night if he hadn't ta'en off taxes. I heard me Uncle Nathan say they're going to make a new railway from Manchester to Owdhum, eh? I wish it were both gated for waivers then to warehouse soon. They take their cuts be 12 at noon, and then tha knows they'd save their shoon and not be all as baited. There's weary work, it papers some set revolution's bound to come, and very like to more begum, for news has come bit railroad. They fear Tower Nam today, these chaps, who says, "Hey John, I'll waste me caps." Do they take down their looms and traps, and will cut our stick bit railroad.
On the 4th day of July I recollect well what bustle there was in the morning I'll tell, with the lads and young lassies so buxom and gay, delighted and talking about the railway. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway, to view the railroad away they did go, a great undertaking, you very well know. It surpasses all others, and believe me, it's true. There's tunnels for miles you have to go through. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. Here's coaches and carts to accommodate all, the lame and the lazy, the great and the small. If you wish for to ride, to be sure you must pay to see all the fun, sir, upon the railway. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. Colliers from Hampton and Bilston likewise, and Wedgbury nailers are struck with surprise to see the railroad, to be sure they must go, dressed up in their best, they caught a fine show. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. The cobbler left all the old shoes in the shop, old men on crutches was seen for to hop, and the tailor his customers would not obey, but rode on his goose to see the railway. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. There was Dumpling Bedford Jack, the moonraker, there was buxom young Kit with the butcher and baker, and Black Sal from Walsall with two wooden legs, to see the railroad how she trudged on the pegs. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. In London I've heard then there is a machine invented for making young children beseem, such dear little creatures full 30 each day, for young engineers to supply the railway. travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. So now, me good fellows, let us be all free, again fill the glass and now merry we be. Success to all trades in the reign of our Queen, and the boiling hot water that travels by steam. Travel by steam, so the folks say, all the world over upon the railway. Come Hieland man, come Lowland man, come every man a band man, and I'll tell you who I got on atween Dundee and Perth man. A gate upon an iron road a rail they did it come on, and rugged by an iron horse and a faint piece to draw man. Then first and foremost near the door there was a wee bit wicket, it was there they got me pay my tithe. Give to me a ticket. I went to walk through the house, sat down upon a kist man to take a look at all I saw and the great big iron beast man. There's hussies in the Lang Street row, standing up on wheels, man, and them the cheels that fed the horse, for black as a pair of deals, man, and not a thing they eat the brood, but only coast to eat, man. He was the queerest beast I saw, he had wheels for feet, man. The beast that roared enough, we gave you water, earth and stains, man. We run at seek a fear for raid, the thought we'd break our banes, man. Till by and by we stop it at the place, got something gowry, but not a word to that to say, but only sit and glory. Then after that we crossed the Tay and landed into Perth, man. Although it was the queerest place I ever saw on earth, man. The hussies and the iron horse were far upon the land, man. But who they got them up the stairs I can't understand, man. But now I'm safely landed and my feet are on the sod, man. When I gang to Dundee again, I'll take another road, man. Though I should tramp upon my feet till I'm no fit to stand, man. Catch me again when I'm tinning way a man with a yellow band, man.
Come and listen to me song, and I will not detain you long. About the folks they all did throng along the Oxford Railway. Rip and dip and earth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. And to go along the line, mother, father, son and daughter, going along at 1 o'clock by fire, by steam and water. Rip and dip and earth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. And from the villages and the towns, ladies and gents all are gathered around, and music through the air did sound along the Oxford Railway. Rip and dip and earth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. There's butchers, bakers, nailers too, and lots of gents all dressed in blue, and they've all come to take a view at the Oxford and Hampton Railway. Rip and dip and earth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. Well, there's a girl in Worcester town, I think her name is Nancy. She said a ride along the line would really please her fancy. and dip and mirth and fun. Don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway.
She'll go by steam, she'll come by steam. A steam she be unhurried, and if she do a husband find by steam, they will be married.
Rip and dip and mirth and fun. Don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. Up the line till I don't give a farthing, for they pulled down me cottage fine and taken away me garden, where I for many years did dwell, growing cabbages and potatoes. But worse than that, me daughter now run off with a navigator. Rip and dip and mirth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. When line is finished at both ends, and you can send your cops and ends, go and visit all your friends along the Oxford Railway. Rip and dip and mirth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. Oh, you can send your butter and cheese at any time, whenever you please. You can send your hens and eggs, and them can ride as has no legs on the Oxford and Hampton Railway. Rip and dip and mirth and fun, don't you wonder how it's done? Carriages without horses run on the Oxford and Hampton Railway.
You Birmingham lads, come and listen a while. I'll tell you a story will cause you to smile. The railroad they're going to open next spring. Life up from London to Birmingham bring, and sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. When the swell mob comes down, we must look out for squalls. They'll bolt with the organ from out the town hall. They think themselves clever in every feat. We'll show them one more boy, we'll show them the street, and sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. So reckon on sport when the Cockneys come down. They're all very flash from the fop to the clown. Whether tinkers or tailors or omnibus cats, we'll lend them a tune called the Warwickshire Lads, and sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. The Cockneys for boxing have long held this way. This railroad will help us to meet them halfway. This much I can say without telling a grammar. They find the anvil, we'll find our own hammer. Sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. We all know that London's a place of renown, and for my own part, sirs, I'll not run it down. But I can't help thinking it'll be a queer thing to be fighting with Cockneys in our old ring, and sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. So now to conclude and to finish me song, may the railroad be finished before very long. May London and Brummagem unite and join hands, grow like the oak tree of our native land, and sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley. Sing foul the diddley, oh sing foul the diddley.
Of all the great wonders that ever were known. Some wonderful things have occurred in this town. For the Leicester Railroad it will beat 'em all hollow, and the man who first thought on thee was a fine fellow. No drunken stagecoachman to break people's necks, turned out into ditches, sprawled out on your backs. No blustering guard that through some mistake is a blunderbuss fires if a mouse should but scream. What a beautiful sight it is for to see, a long string of carriages on the railway, all loaded with the passengers inside and out, and moved by what comes from a tea kettle spout. And then what a lot of employment will make, and the Leicester bricklayers may now undertake to send ready-built houses to London be steam, no doubt, and will turn out a very good scheme. And the ostlers and innkeepers and such riff-raff, the railroad will blow them away just like chaff. They may list for Her Highness the great Queen of Spain, and curse the inventors of railroads and steam. Coach horses that eat up more corn in a year than would maintain 3 parts of the labouring poor, they all are to go to the fellmonger's yard, where they will be rendered into good hog's lard. And all coach proprietors who've rolled in wealth must ride upon donkeys for the good of their health, and to keep up their spirits must strike up this theme, and curse all the railroads and boiling hot steam.
Cosher Bailey had an engine that was always needed mending, and according to a power he could do 4 miles an hour. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? On the night run up from Gower she went 20 miles an hour, as she whistled through the station and she frightened off the station. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? Cosher bought her second-hand and he painted her up so grand. When the driver went to oil her, man, she nearly bust her boiler. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? Cosher Bailey went to Oxford for to pass matriculation, but he saw a pretty barmaid and he never left the station. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? Oh, the sight it was heart-rending. Cosher drove his little engine, got dug into the tunnel and went up the blooming funnel. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? Yes, Cosher Bailey did die, and they put him in a coffin, but alas, they heard some knocking. Cosher Bailey only joking. Did you ever see, did you ever see, did you ever see such a funny thing before? Well, the devil wouldn't have him, but he gave him sticks and patches for to set upon his own on the top of Barbara Dutchess. Did you ever see, anything before.
It was a dark and stormy night and the snow was falling fast. I stood on Thorpebridge Junction where the reckless Moses passed. His hair was wildly waving as through the air he sped. He'd never had such doings since he started at the shed. And the signal said at Newton Heath and the shed was close at hand. He sent his mate for some more oil and a couple of bags of sand. At Boston's dreary cutting the struggle was extreme. Both front enders failed to work and the engine wouldn't steam. On passing Upward Cabin, he heard the engine groan, and reaching for the talipot, he broke his collarbone. When Castleton appeared in view, he shook his weary head, and stepping over to his mate, and this is what he said: I've worked upon the L&Y for 40 years or more, but such a wretched night as this I've never had before. At Hebden Bridge they stopped the trains and wagons to reload, and Moses shouted to his mate, we're off the bloomin' road. Up came old Moses, stick in hand, and his head hung down with grief. He's viewed the scene contemptuously, then wired for relief. Pray don't lay violent hands on me, poor Valentine did exclaim. I know you've done your very best, I know you're not to blame. The flowers may bud and bloom in spring and memories fade away, but they will not forget that night until their dying day. But when I'm dead and laid to rest, place on my grave sweet roses. These are where I'm told the very last pathetic words of Moses. It's not all beer and skittles in this bloomin' job of mine. It's not a bed of roses isn't firing on the line. You don't get too much money, you get lots of slack instead. And they teach you how to work at night to earn your daily bread. Just fancy being knocked up in the middle of the night, with a noise enough to wake the dead, give the neighbourhood a fright. You leave your bed with sad regrets, prepare to catch your train. Then a chap comes round to tell you can go to sleep again. And when you do get to the sheds, that's when the fun begins. For someone's pinched your spanners and lamps and other things. You know it's not quite up to rules, but still you do the same. So you take someone else's and pretend you've played the game. often get an engine that is very shy for steam. It's then you start to realise that life's not quite a dream. You get a fed up feeling when the driver tells you that we are losing time, and then you lose your temper and your hand. Oh, it's lively in the tunnels when you slip and then you sting, and the air mixed with the language gets beautifully thick. The smoke, it nearly blinds you, and with sulphur you near choke, and you turn to get a drink and find your bloomin' bottle's broken. Of course it's not expecting that we chaps want much to eat, but now and then we get a chance, and it really is a treat. When you put your food upon the floor, it's enough to raise your ire. When your mate gets absent-minded like and drops it in the fire. Well, you reach your destination, neither happy, blithe, nor gay, with just enough strength to whistle the end of a perfect day. Your hopes are fairly stranded when the turner says book off. Miles away from home you landed, neither money, baccy, scarven. Oh, they send you to a barracks built inside the station yard, where the engines sing your lullaby and the beds are nice and hard. Perhaps it's private diggings there, another lively hole, for it's 10 to 1, the bloomin' fire's gone out to find some coal. Well, you start the homeward journey and things reach a pretty pass, when you're half inclined to envy the cattle out at grass. You vow you'll chuck your job up, you swear you'll do no more. Reach your home, come on, in 9 hours the game starts as before. It's a shame they work the drivers till of age they nearly drop. Why can't they have a pension like a postman or a slob? They earn it, they deserve it, and contented they would be. Besides, 'twould mean promotion, and there'd be a chance for me. Well, I often wonder if I'll ever get a driver's job, but I'm sick and tired of firing 60 hours for 30 bob. Perhaps I'll fire until I die, and then to heaven I'll go. Or perhaps I will be firing still for the old lad down below.